Hi there, my name is John Tyler, and I'm sitting here with my former president, Donald John Trump. And he and I would both like you to remember when. Remember when, as President Trump is trying to tell you here, when gas was $1.79. Well, I remember that. I live in North Carolina. And right down the street, gas was $1.79. Today, November 16th, it is $3.12. That's only up a mere 70%. Oh, the media is trying to tell you that inflation is only up 5%. Yeah, I got a bridge in Brooklyn, I'll sell you, right? Taxes were low then, but now the taxes are up, but not only are taxes up and going up substantially with a $1.2 trillion Biden package, what's draining our wallets is inflation, the 70% on gas. Food was cheaper back then. Now, food, you know it, I know it, we go shopping, right? Food is up 40%. What? Inflation is 5 or 6%? Again, you want to believe that? It's an agenda, and it's a lie. Oh, I'm surprised, a lie from the media. Get out. Employment was very, very good. Everyone was working back a lousy year ago. Now, under the Biden administration, they pay people to stay home. So the workers are choosing to make $600 to $950 a week staying home. Why should they go to work, right? So they want to be, what they're doing is they're making more and more people dependent on the government. When you make yourself dependent on the government, you're in big trouble. And the trouble you and I are in is inflation because nobody wants to go to work. So the people at McDonald's, they can't staff the place, for example, McDonald's or any other restaurant or most businesses now that we're paying $10 to $12 an hour, they can't afford to hire somebody unless they give bonus incentives now. And you know what? Even with bonus incentives, we'll give you $2,000 to come to work for us. They're still staying home making more money, which is a dependency problem. So, truck drivers, they're staying home. You know, they're tired of being run ragged, really, so that jacks up the price of food. And their diesel fuel is costing them twice as much as it did a year ago. So, and nobody's giving them a raise, really. So they're saying, I'm staying home. I get it. The border, the southern border, was manageable a year ago. I mean, you came in, but you were definitely inspected before they would let you in. And most of the border was secure. Not now, since President Biden took office January 20th, there has been more than 1.1 million new illegal immigrants from God knows where, from all kinds of countries, including enemies of ours emptying their jails, and even friends of ours emptying their jails. Why not? And now the Biden administration is promising these people $450,000 if they get separated from their kids at the border. Okay, so I'm from Guatemala, and I'm going to tell my kid to get lost for 3 months, right? That's like hitting the lottery. $450,000 if I separate from my child sneaking into the border. And then they're putting them on buses or they're flying them, at no cost, except to you, of course, the taxpayer. They're putting them in all kinds of cities all across the United States. What cities? Your city and my city. My city is Charlotte, North Carolina. Loaded with illegal aliens. Now, is gang violence up? Oh, geez, yeah, I guess so. COVID, what happened? 70%, when 70% of the population of the United States gets injected with a vaccine, why, it's herd immunity. And the COVID-19 pandemic will disappear, right? That's what you were told. But wait, if they keep letting 1,100,000 illegal aliens cross the border, you think they've been inoculated? No. You think they're going to be inoculated? No. They get put on a bus or flown to Detroit, Chicago, whatever, Charlotte, New York City, your city, wherever you live. You don't even know it, but you do know it because your crime rates are up. Okay? Now, under President Trump, the COVID count, the death count was 365,000 people. Today, November 16th, 2021, the COVID death count is 764,363 people. Wait a minute. That's 399,363 more people dead under Joe Biden than there was under President Trump. So they blamed President Trump for 365,000 deaths. Who do we blame for 399,363 more deaths from COVID? I don't know. Keep letting people into the country that haven't been vaccinated. And by the way, if people get vaccinated, somehow they get COVID again. That wasn't supposed to happen, according to the media, according to the CDC, according to Dr. Fauci. So let's get to Trump's mannerisms. Excuse me. President Trump's mannerisms. Look, he had an ego problem, still does probably. He had the problem that I didn't like about President Trump was that he would belittle, if you will, some of the heads of state, dignitaries, and you can't really do that. You know, you got to treat everybody with respect. He did seem to manage China, though. He managed them well. They didn't like it. So all of a sudden, somehow, speaking of China, in the Wuhan province of China, somehow through bats, through transmission from bats to food to people maybe, in any event, somehow during the election year of 2020, COVID-19 became a disease, a pandemic all over the world, but certainly New York, California, all of the airports where people from Wuhan were flown in, no problem. Nancy Pelosi said, hey, don't worry about a thing. There's nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. But we know better, don't we? So was that some kind of an accident that had happened during the time that Donald Trump was managing China, Xi Jinping? I know you're going to say, well, John, you must be a conspiracy theorist. Okay, maybe I am. I'm just going by what I see. And not what I hear and see on the news, but what I see out there in the world. So his mannerisms stink, but let's just go back a little ways, like a year ago, or the past 4 years when he was in the White House. Your gas prices were very, very low. Your taxes were low. Your food prices were low. Your border was secure. COVID made no difference. Once it's out there, it's out there. And if you keep letting 1,100,000 people cross the borders that you're not going to vaccinate, and then you're going to pay them $450,000 if they separated from their kid, and then you're going to send them to public schools for free. You're going to take care of them physically, health care. You don't get it unless you go to, let's say, Guatemala, take a plane trip down there, change your name down in Guatemala, come back as Jose Guterres, whatever, then maybe you'll get some extra money. They're even paying kids, I think it's $3,600 per kid. The Biden administration. Where's that money coming from? The government doesn't, it's not a business, it doesn't earn money. It only gets money from taxes, from businesses. Oh, wait, if you tax a business, businesses don't pay taxes. You know that, and I know that unless you're stupid. Businesses pass taxes along. So who pays? You pay, and I pay. We're the middle class, and the poor. The poor pays through the nose. They can't afford the gas prices that are out there now. They can't afford the food prices that are out there now. So the government's ploy, the Biden administration's ploy, is just to pay everybody $1,000 or so a month to stay home and become dependent on the government. I don't like it, so I'm remembering back when, remember your parents used to say, in the good old days? That was a year ago. That was the good old days. 2016 to 2020. They were the good old days, thanks to a certain person here. So, will he run again? My guess is that if in 2022 November, Congress changes from Democrat, liberal, communist people to Republicans, then he will run in 2024. If the Congress stays Democrat, which means voters are stupid again, then he won't run. So that's it. I'm getting off my soapbox now. Had my say. Take it for what it's worth. See you next time.